Hello everyone, it is me, Putnam County WX, and welcome back to Radio Reviews Revived, where today we will be reviewing the Vector VEC136. Let's get started. Okay, let's go over to the list this fatty fat has made for us. Oh, so dearly. Okay, yeah, then I haven't done this in a long time, so bear with me. Button beeps, reception, speaker quality, yeah. Okay, the VEC136. So one of the main things you may notice immediately is that it actually has a TV built into the front screen. It is an analog television. However, if you get an adapter, like how I have hooked up here, it's a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack to a coax cable, and if you connect that to your external antenna jack on the radio, in here. I gotta put the camera down before I continue. We plug it into the back of the radio. You tune the TV to channel 3, and you flick the TV switch on. It's gonna give you nothing. Absolutely just static. Will pop up on the screen here. But if you decide to hook up a converter box, like how I have here, hooked up to an antenna, if you turn this on, boom, on the air television. Okay, anyways, moving on. So the VEC136 has a flashlight up top which can be activated with a button up top. It also has a back flashlight which can also be activated with a switch up here. And it has a hand crank as well for the rechargeable battery. However, if you get a radio like this, the rechargeable battery isn't very likely to stay alive for more than about 5 minutes. I've had this plugged in for over a month. I took it off to move it, and it was on, fully powered and everything. But then in the 30 seconds that I had to move it, it died completely. No power or nothing. So, would not recommend this as a survival radio in 2026, but I'm sure at the time that they were making these brand new, it was a perfectly fine choice. Moving on, button beeps. Here's what the button beeps sound like on the 136. They're not very good because, for whatever reason, whenever you click a button on this radio, it likes to just turn the broadcast on for the time that the button beep is ongoing. So, that's a weird little thing. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't work. It kind of just does whatever it wants. Anyways, moving on. Up next, reception. So the reception on the VEC136 is some of the best that I've seen in a weather radio. Of course, when you don't have, interfering radios like the ER102, which for whatever reason interferes with it, and the VEC438, it gets pretty good reception. 2 p.m. Thursday to 9 a.m. Friday. For Florida, Flagler. County for Georgia, coffee. So I'd say it's pretty good, just depends on where you have it, obviously. So I'd say it has pretty good reception. Okay, moving on. Speaker quality. Let's turn the TV on so you can just hear it.
Please call this special number or go online to loveshriners.org right now to give. We need you to join with us today. It only takes a few moments to change a child's life. The proceeding was a sponsored program that is furnished by Shriners Hospitals for Children.
Speaker quality is very good on this radio. I like it a lot, other than if you have the weather broadcast absolutely screaming on this thing, it makes it not sound very high quality anymore. Definitely not the best. There's definitely better speakers in the WR400 and WR300, maybe even WR100s and the Recoms. Every other radio I have has probably a better speaker than this one does. Even something as old as the 12251.
Partly cloudy, 41.
But other than that, it's good enough. For what it is, it's pretty good. Obviously, the funds for this radio did not go into this tiny speaker. It went instead to the TV on the front. But yeah, pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's okay. Up next, build quality. Okay, that's a really bad one. Build quality. The build quality on this radio, I mean, proven by the antenna here, is probably one of the worst ever in my entire collection. It feels really cheap. It feels like you could just break it within one drop, which does happen. I've seen it before. It's better build quality than that of the 438, because the 438 it's pretty bad. We're just gonna put that back in there, forget that existed. Anyways, yeah, it's definitely got some kinks. It's not the best built radio I've ever seen. Obviously, you're gonna get something better out of a Midland or something like that, or even just this $40 pocket radio. But it's good for what it is, for how many features it has. I'll take how many features it has over the build quality any day of the week. Another cool feature about the 438 is it has a built-in AM/FM radio. The only problem is if you move this, even if the AM and FM radio is off, it will tune it differently. So if you move this, if you turn this on, I gotta tune it right. Of course, I decided to choose the worst reception station. But yeah, don't move the knob and you'll be fine. But if you want to move it to make it look nice, it's not gonna work in your favor. But anyways. Other than that, this is a really cool radio. I like it a lot because it, at the time, was a good survival camping radio. I like that it has a built-in TV because you can still, even in 2026, you can find use in it. You have to tune it right. Make sure that if you do what I did, make sure it's on VHF low, and then when you come back to the back here, let me spin it so you can see this little V hold. Knob here, make sure you turn that right so that it doesn't look like it's just absolutely warped and looks terrible. Other than that, thank you for watching. I'm Putnam County WX, and this was the review of the Vector VEC136.